Sister Hannah and John, today your lives are changing forever, because you will no longer be two, you'll be one. Remember the other day when you sat in my office, I asked you who you were. And I didn't really get an answer. So on the way down, I asked my wife who she was. It's a hard question. I wished everybody would ask themselves that. Who are you? I will tell you this. In the eyes of God, you are His precious children. That He sent His Son, Christ, to die on the cross for you two. To die there and to provide for you the strength to get through any conflict you have in your marriage. And who knows what the future holds outside of your marriage. Oh boy, I'm glad I'm as old as I am. I don't have to face too much more future, because the future will be mine with the Lord. But remember, I said before, my theme for marriage counseling for a good number of years was hang in and hang on. You know, today, couples don't know what those words mean. The first sign of trouble, somebody runs home to mom, somebody runs home to dad. I hope to kick you out. To put it bluntly. I know a couple that did that. And he went back to his wife. You can't run to mom and dad, okay? But you can run to God. You can run to the Lord. And after a while, I'm going to bless you with the blessing of the Lord Himself. Now, both scripture readings were so appropriate by Debbie and by Pastor Tim. They describe your life, our lives, as God's people. And I love that Corinthians passage. And I love that last verse that was read. Faith, hope, and love remain. But the greatest of these is love. But very briefly, what does love mean? I won't take the time to go through all those verses. But basically, love means you accept the other person in life, even if they become a jerk. You still love them. And, hey, I don't know where I'd be if my wife didn't love me. I've done some stupid things in life. And one time, I was about to do something very stupid. You know what she did? She gave me the Bible. Now, just because I'm a pastor, that don't mean I always refer to that. Sometimes I live in self-pity. She laid the Bible in my lap and she says, I'm going shopping. And she left me sitting there. There's a whole story behind that. But you know, I came to a very special verse. Psalm 27. I want you to remember the first 4 verses. God is our refuge. No matter what happens in life, go to God. I know God answers prayer. Because sometimes I prayed for the wrong things and I got it, and I was sorry I prayed for those things. But God is our refuge. And when you combine yourselves together, as you're going to, in every sense of the word, you're going to be husband and wife, faithful unto death, rather than leave that position. In sickness and in health is a phrase we don't hear very often. But you know, I remember a gentleman in his life, I think it was 27 years, he broke his neck. From here on down, he was totally paralyzed, could not move. But who was at his side? All 27 years, night and day, with the exception of a few breaks when friends and family would come in and give her relief. She was there for her husband, even though he growled like a bear at times. She was there. Now, I pray God nothing happens like that here. But, John, you be there for Johanna. When all else fails in life and she comes home depressed, ornery as an old cat, then you still, you know what you do with a cat? You caress them. Caress means love them. And you take them. And finally their claws disappear because they needed you.